A country whereby law works, whereby justice works, by now, WUNMI is supposed to be in the prison with all his accomplices, including the Nigerian police force. Yes.
John 8:32 says, you shall know the truth, and the truth.
Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I said my greetings according to your time zones. This is your boy once again, Evangelist Praise Olawale Fajimolu on this platform, Event Proof Media. If this is your first time, please subscribe, like, follow, and share our video. Leave your comment below. Anytime you listen to this or you watch this, your comment will be highly appreciated. Your opinion matters to us on how you see things from your school of thought. This is Event Proof Media TV on YouTube, Event Proof Media on Facebook and TikTok. Yes, what do I have for us today? We shall know the truth, and the truth shall surely set us free. Do you now see the reason why Joseph in the Bible could not do the DNA test? Because he never knows the father of Jesus Christ. Because in the right word, in the sane word, there's no man on this planet Earth that they will tell that your girlfriend, your fiancé, your wife being impregnated by another person and you just let it go. And that's why I tell people, based on my own school of thought, Africans, our lives, our ways of life, our ways of thinking, reasoning, doing things was what they've been using to update that book you have that they call the Bible. This is one of the examples why WUNMI Adebanjo is the person that eliminated MOHBAD. This is one of the examples. Watch it.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Walker versus Royale.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Ms. Walker, you say before your son Delante's tragic death, he had doubts that he had fathered the defendant's 1-year-old son, Delante Royal. You claim you need today's DNA results so you can embrace this child as your grandson. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Ms. Royal, you claim that you are 100% positive that Ms. Walker's deceased son is the biological father of your child, and today's results will prove paternity. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Walker, explain to the court why today's results are so important to you.
Well, Your Honor, my son was tragically murdered. He, the day of his passing, my son left something behind with me, and that was his doubt. And I am here today to get the doubt taken care of. Her child, her son, I don't know if that's my grandchild or not. And it hurts. So I would love to embrace that child.
And I can tell.
Yeah.
I can see the tears in your eyes.
Yes.
That doubt is really eating away
It is.
at you.
Me and my family, we love her son. We love him. But we just can't go all the way. We can't be 100% there because we just don't know. We just don't know. And we need to know. We need those answers. We need to know. My son would have wanted that. He did want that. You know, he had doubts.
It touched me when you said your son left something behind.
Yes, he did.
And we want to say he left a son.
Right.
But you said he left his doubt
He left his doubt.
with you.
Yes.
And that is very hard for you to carry that.
It is. It's weighing on my shoulders, Your Honor. Because I have nothing but love. I want nothing but love to give to that child. But I can't give it without knowing for sure.
So, Ms. Royal, you hear Ms. Walker express the fact that Delante her deceased son left behind doubt. You don't think there's any reason to doubt?
No, Your Honor. The reason why I say that, I have been completely loyal to him. There's no other person that can say, this may be my child, this is my child. I am 100% sure that this is Delonte's son.
I remember one day, to fuel his doubts, they got in an argument. He seen text messages between her and the guy around the time when she conceived. And so he doubted. He had doubts.
So tell me what happened that day.
One morning, I overheard them arguing. You know, they got the puppy love going on. I heard them arguing. I didn't think nothing of it. So it got louder than usual. So I go in there, I'm like, what's going on? You know, Mom, she's H, she's this, she's that. She's about 3 months pregnant at this time. And I said, well, why you say that, Delonte? Cause she's heard text messages between her and this guy around the time she got pregnant. I'm just shocked. No, not her. You know, cause she painted this pretty picture. Not her, she's not that type of girl. He said, Mom, you don't know her like you think you do.
And you're laughing as she's testifying, Ms. Royal. Do you remember these text messages between this guy?
Your Honor, he had came in late night. You know, I had my suspicions too that he was cheating. I'm pregnant. I don't have nothing else to do but sit in his house. So when he came in the house, I started going through his phone, which I didn't find anything. So after that, he caught me. Yes, he did. He said, if you think I'm cheating, you can get your stuff and leave. Well, I was trying to get my stuff and leave. I got my phone. He grabbed my phone to see who I was calling. It was an older dude. I called him my brother. He's just a person I looked up to also. I let him go through the messages. He called me Shorty. I had no problem with him calling me that because that's not nothing to me. I call this boy my brother. He's an older person.
That's not how you portrayed it to me, Your Honor. He portrayed it to me like they were sexually active.
Ooh. Oh. So your son was convinced when he told you, Ma, you don't know her.
Yes.
You felt like he was telling you there's a lot going on that I haven't told you about.
Yep.
But I'm aware of.
Yep. That exactly.
All right. So I want to understand as well, so your relationship, you guys were boyfriend and girlfriend?
We was together for 2 years.
All right, and then you ended up living in Ms. Walker's house after you found out you were pregnant?
Yes.
So take me to the moment when you found out you were pregnant.
The moment we found out we was pregnant, he told me before that I was pregnant even before I knew I was pregnant. Yeah. And when we got to the place, he was excited, she was excited.
Yeah, I was happy.
We was all excited.
I actually took her to get, when they told me, my son came to me, he said, Mom, what if I tell you that I got a baby on the way? I said, with who? Ladybug. I'm like, okay. So I immediately get on the phone with her. Oh, we're gonna go take a test today. We went and took the test, came back positive. We all were happy. We enjoyed that moment. The day of the birth. We're all in there, we're all happy. It was her family members. He embraced that child. He kissed the baby on the forehead and everything. She asked him, she said, Delonte, do you want a DNA test now?
Right in the hospital?
Yes. He laid his head on my shoulder. He said, first he said, Mom, I think I'm gonna throw up when he see the baby. And so when she asked him, did he want a DNA test? You know, he looked around, seen her family members, he told her, no. But then later on that day, he looked at me and Mom said, yes, I need a DNA test.
Oh. So in front of everyone in the hospital, when both sides of the family were there and everyone was so excited, he didn't want to ruin the moment or seem disrespectful.
Or embarrass her.
Embarrass her. So he just said, no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And then later he came to you personally and said, Ma,
I need a test.
I do need the test.
Yes.
So Miss Royal, did you know that he had gone to his mother and said, I really need a test?
No, Your Honor, because I asked him twice. I didn't care about the doubts. He named my child after him.
It's your testimony. The reason why I kept asking him, do you want one and do you want one, is because I knew it was his child.
I just know.
And so if you want one, let's get it so let's get it done.
You know,
Why he didn't sign a birth certificate, Your Honor?
Your Honor, he didn't sign it because he didn't have his ID. When we kept telling him he was being irresponsible, that was not my fault. He even got his dad's first name and middle name.
Okay.
I would have gave him his last name, but he did not have that ID. So that was not my fault.
So do you believe he would have signed that birth certificate if he had brought his ID?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe it.
You just thought he was being irresponsible and he just forgot it. It was so much going on.
Yes.
Your Honor, when she stated that she was pregnant, I told him, you know, for this baby to have your last name, you have to have an ID to sign the birth certificate to give that baby your last name. He'd known this, she was probably 2, 3, 4 months. So he had months, time, nothing but time, to get this ID if he really wanted to sign that birth certificate. So I believe that he procrastinated for that very reason.
Oh, you believe he was avoiding it on purpose?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So how soon after baby Delonte was born did your son unfortunately pass away?
3 weeks.
Oh.
3 weeks.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So 3 weeks later.
Yes, 3 weeks later, Your Honor. I drawn to him and Ladybug, because that's all I had left, you know. He was my oldest child, you know, but he was still my baby. So I needed that comfort.
So you say you were drawn to Ms. Royal?
Yes.
You clung to them because you really wanted this to be your grandchild.
Yes.
And it would be a little piece of your son left in the world.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so what was the bond like in the beginning? Tell the court about that.
You couldn't break us apart. We was together morning, noon, and nights. When I woke up, he was there. When he woke up, I was there. He was my son. I love that little boy. I love him, but the doubts are still there. That's what's killing me.
So as much as you love him, as much as you spend time with him and want to give him the world, when you look at him, you still have doubts.
In the back of my head, yes, it's still there.
You know, I know in this courtroom, we always say you can't go on looks, but it's human nature.
Yeah.
When you look at the baby, do you see your son? Do you say, I see him?
Right there. They look like they got the same chin a little. Yeah.
But when you're spending time with him, you don't look at him and go, that's my grandchild.
In the beginning, I did. In the beginning, I did.
What happened? What changed? How did you start pulling away?
I think time, like me dealing with my son's death, and then me remembering his doubt. Because I blocked it out, you know, because I was dealing with my son's death. So the doubt came back.
When she said they had doubts, I never knew. Like, cause, you know, I kept asking for the DNA test. No problem with me. He always say, my boy. When he passed, like before he had passed, they had a bond. They would sleep with each other. He'd be at my house with my baby, with his baby. 24/7, what he doing when he not with me? What he doing? What my baby doing with my son? So, like, when y'all say doubts, I don't believe it, because I'm here today to prove it.
I can see when you look at the baby how much it means to you to get this cleared up, Ms. Royal. And I know it's hard, because if you know for certain that Delonte is your child's father, then you know for certain your child will never know his father.
Right.
And that's painful.
He had no of them, though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't want to make you ladies wait any longer. You've been through so much. Miss Walker, have you prepared yourself either way? What will I do if he's not my grandson? Have you thought about it?
No. That's something I can't prepare for.
Can I ask you this? This happens in certain cases, and I often ask this because the truth is always the best path.
Yes,
but we're all human.
Yeah.
And so there's a part of me that says, do you even want to know for certain?
Oh, yeah.
You do. Because you understand what I mean, that
Yes,
you could
yes.
just move through this. You have these beautiful pictures of your son holding this beautiful
Yeah.
baby. You have this relationship with Miss Royal and with baby Delonte.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, you've said to yourself, I want the truth.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I do.
And I have it for you.
Thank you.
Jerome, the envelope, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. Because there wasn't a blood card available to test the DNA of the deceased, Delonte Ross, we performed a DNA test with his surviving parent, Monique Walker. With that being said, the results determined if there is a viable relationship between the child, Delonte Royal, and Monique Walker. Here are the results. In the case of Walker versus Royal, when it comes to 15-month-old Delonte Royal, it has been determined by this court. The percentage of relatedness between Ms. Monique Walker and Delonte Royal is... If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. .99%.
Period.
You are related.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
Yes, Your Honor.
Almost
Thank you.
crying.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Know that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm going to thank you, not just
Period.
this court. This is why we do it. I'm going to thank you for Delonte, your grandbaby,
Yes.
for having the courage to do that. And Ms. Royal, I know you feel vindicated in this moment, but I will say this. Now that you are the mother of a son, I will tell you one thing for certain. If your son ever whispered in your ear, "Mommy, I need something," you will be setting out a course to get it.
Oh yeah. This my mom Dukes.
Oh,
I knew. Shoot. I would have did the same thing. I'm not mad at her.
good.
That's my mom. So
How does that feel to hear?
I love her.
Oh, I love
Love
that. So, Miss Royal, you are a young woman, but you said something important, and sometimes I like to give people's own words back to them to empower them. And when I said that baby Delonte, unfortunately, would never know his father in the physical sense, and that is truly unfortunate,
Yes, it is.
you said, but he will know of him. And I think now this is the most important thing you can do going forward, is allow Ms. Walker and the family and everybody to share stories and to create a photo album and do all of these things for baby Delonte so that he will understand who his father was, that his father loved him, and most importantly, who the man is whose name he carries. And do all that you can to make sure you keep those memories alive for your son, all right? I wish you all the very best. We have counseling, we have resources for you all. It's not gonna be easy, but I know together as a village, you can do it. I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.
What did you learn from that story? That is a whole family. And when you live in a country whereby the truth is bitter to people, we suffer it. And when a country, a branch, stand against itself, it cannot prosper. That's why we have the African continent and Nigeria as a country being drowned in poverty, because a lot of Nigerians, they are religiously foolish. They don't want to wake up, use their brains. They are too dependent. That is why we are still being enslaved till today. Like and share. Think about what just happened with this family. If you want more, that I can bring you evidences of why in Africa things never get better, especially we of this color. That is why I'm telling you from onset that our lives was used to write that Bible, to use it against yourselves, ourselves. That is a family. In a country whereby law works, whereby justice works, by now, WUNMI supposed to be in the prison with all his accomplices, including the Nigerian police force. Yes. If you don't get it, forget it. Till I come your way again, I remain my humble self, Evangelist Prince Olawale Fajimolo, on this platform, Evan Proof Media TV, on YouTube, on TikTok and Facebook, Evan Proof Media. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Bye.